Welcome to Act Out. I'm Eleanor Goldfield, and this is your tipping point. Don't be political. I'm sure you've heard people say that before. Don't be political. It's not sexy to be political. Stop talking politics. Well, it turns out that the people most excited by your frozen stance in that political batter's box are the politicians themselves and their fat cat donors who really want to keep running the game. So seriously, don't be political. This was further highlighted in a recent Fox News report. Well, I say report, but that really suggests that there's news and reporters or journalists involved. So let's just call it what they themselves even admit to. Fucking gossip. Uselessly vapid cover-ups to avoid actually talking about real shit. So in one of those recent segments, these two out-of-touch TMZ hopefuls commented on how excited lawmakers were that Taylor Swift was in town. Naturally, I wondered, what the fuck, and clicked on the link. Instead of trying to explain to you the dog-whistle-like pain associated with hearing some of the words so strikingly stupid emanate from their mouths, I'm just gonna go ahead and show this to you.
It is time to get you in the know, a combination of politics and Hill gossip. Every Monday night, Judy Kurtz from thehill.com joins us to walk us through some of the stories. Judy, good to have you with us.
Great to be here.
All right, let's get to it. We all know it is hard to get anything done in Congress these days because of all that bad blood between Republicans and Democrats. Get it? That's Taylor Swift's song, Bad Blood. Yeah, I know, a little lame. But for the next couple of nights at Taylor's concerts at Nats Ballpark, they are coming together, right?
That's right. This is the one thing that Democrats and Republicans seem to be able to agree on, and that's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They all love Taylor Swift. 26 lawmakers, Democrats and Republicans, are fundraising off of Taylor Swift's concerts here in D.C.
Now, not in the
and
same
tomorrow.
suite, right? Basically,
Not
they
in
get
the
a
same
suite
suite.
or an allotment of seats, and then they invite people to pay over the ticket price, right?
Right, that's right. Pay much more
Yeah.
over the ticket price to see both the lawmaker and get a taste of Taylor Swift's music.
And you know how it works. I guess the more you pay, the more face time you get with the lawmaker, right?
Absolutely. And Taylor Swift seems to be the perfect way to fundraise for these lawmakers because she's not too controversial. She's almost saccharine sweet in many ways. And she's non-political, so each party can kind of claim her as one of their own.
I really hope I never run into either one of these people on the DC Metro because as peaceful as I am, I will just fucking slap them. First of all, how can you sit there like fucking Ken and Barbie, all smiles, and explain to people that, oh yeah, how it works is you pay a lot of money, more than any of you have that are watching this, and then you get to see this lawmaker and talk to him about what you want, and you also get to see some skinny blonde bounce around on stage. How great is that? But even still, we wouldn't even have this horrendous segment to test our gag reflexes on if it weren't for the fact that Taylor Swift is now the equivalent of campaign bait. And yes, that really fucking bothers me as a feminist, but not nearly as much as it bothers me that she's actually worse than apolitical, because that doesn't exist. What she is a loud supporter of the status quo, a complicit accomplice in the fast-falling farce that is this democracy. Simply by being quote-unquote apolitical, to my knowledge, she has never once used her fame for the socio-political benefits of this country, or any other country for that matter. I mean, can you imagine crooked politicians trying this shit with Bob Dylan, or Joan Baez, Immortal Technique, or Rage Against the Machine? Yeah, come on down to the Rage concerts, box seats, and you can get verbally abused while you sip your martini. An unlikely pairing, I think. And that is exactly as it should be. Artists are the mouthpiece of a generation, the voice of a culture, and right now, what are they saying? Oh, don't break my heart, or come on my back, or why didn't you text me back? I think I love you. The fucking world is on fire. The US is killing children and civilians at random, our economy is tanking, our environment's gasping for air, and all you can write about is that some dude stood you up at an overpriced restaurant in New York fucking City. Taylor, you'll never watch this, but I would like to ask this to the ether. Just put it out there. Do you really want your only legacy to be that you helped some teenage boys masturbate and helped some corporate fucksticks raise money to shit on the futures of your little teeny bopper fans? Do you really want to end your life knowing that you never made anyone think? That you only ever made people feel for themselves, their bad days and broken hearts, that any number of starving fucking kids, even in this country, let's not even talk about internationally, any of your bad days that any number of fucking homeless kids would literally offer up a few fingers to have as a best day. Hey, squirrel. I know you're young and you want to have fun, but hey, What about Mari Black, the 20-year-old MP who just last week gave her maiden speech in the House of Commons, a fucking ray of light in the midst of old crotchety white men tinkering with their billions in the shadows while the rest of the UK tightens their belts in attempts to move on? And they actually do really look like that, no joke. And no, we can't be as much of a badass as Mari, but we can all do something. And that something becomes a big fucking deal when you have as many fans as Taylor Swift. Don't be campaign bait. I know you like boys, but these men are using you to drop kick democracy and shit on freedom. There is no apolitical. Silence is political. Don't be that shitty batter.